What's up, Unbroken Nation? Hello, my friends. I'm Michael Unbroken, host of the Think Unbroken Podcast and founder of ThinkUnbroken.com. And I'm honored to be your trauma coach and mentor because I believe that everyone is capable of getting unstuck, cultivating self-love, and becoming the hero of their own story. I believe that when implemented correctly, the practical tools and education you will receive from this show will help you lead an unbroken and extraordinary life. I believe that no matter what we come from, that we all have the ability to choose ourselves first, to create and manifest a powerful and grace-filled future and love the reflection in the mirror. I believe that every day is a day to grow, learn, heal, and change. That's why I started my company, ThinkUnbroken.com, which is an online training and healing and personal growth platform where you get everything that I know about how to get motivated, be accountable, get out of the vortex, and become the hero of your own story through community, connection, and commitment. For more information, visit ThinkUnbroken.com. Please listen closely as you may learn just one thing that will help you be unbroken. And please share this episode with at least 3 of your friends because we all need community and connection in our healing journey. And be sure to DM me and tag me on Instagram at Michael Unbroken so that I can say hi. I just want to thank you again for being a part of this, for listening and being a member of the Unbroken Nation. Now, let's get into today's show and make the world unbroken. Hey, what's up, my friends? Hope that you are doing well wherever you are in the world today. I am coming to you from my mobile recording studio here in the hotel in Las Vegas. I'm actually here for a conference for one of my businesses, and so I have been here over the last couple of days, connecting with people, working with folks, and things of that nature. It's interesting because today is episode number 100. Officially, as far as titled episodes are concerned, the show is actually a little bit beyond that. And so we're actually technically, if you look at the show I started before this one, we're around 125. And on iTunes, it says 100. So I'm going to celebrate 100 episodes today. So thank you for being here. The sound is a little bit different than the normal show, so I do apologize for that. I'm using a different quality mic here, being mobile. This guy's actually super tiny, so it's not as good as the one at home, but I hope that you'll bear with me. I always look at it like this: no excuses, just results. Let's get it done. A lot of people talk to me about coming on to episode 100 and what I was going to do with it, how I was going to celebrate it, what the conversation and the topic would be. And to be honest with you, I thought I was going to sit down and make a compilation video and put together all the things all the people have been talking about over the last couple of years on the show and, make this big deal about it. And I think eventually I will, but not today, because something happened the other day that made me want to push back it made me want to push back the original game plan. Let me put it that way. Because something happened with, and I won't go into vast details, but here's the part what I'm going to get into. You are the person who controls the way that people talk to you, the way that people treat you, the way that people act upon you, and the way that basically how you put energy into the world is reciprocated back to you. And sometimes you're going to run across, and I've told you this many times in the past, people who want to use you, who want to abuse you, who will be unkind to you, who will step through and make you question your values, or even put your values in question. And the thing that I always think about is, how do you align the choices and the decisions that you make in your life with your personal values? Now, you guys know this because I share it all the time. My values are honesty, kindness, leadership, and self-actualization. So every decision I make, I try to filter through that value system. Why? Because then when people try to push me or take that against me or even try to break down my values or insult me or belittle me or whatever that thing is that feels out of alignment, with who it is that I am, I'm able to go through my value system and ask myself, am I going to make the right decision by making sure that the choices I make are in alignment with those values. I've told you this before. If you make all of your decisions based on your values, you will never be wrong. So recently, and I won't get into the details on it, like I said, I had someone really pushing me, like in this way where I started to get upset, where I was like, okay, if I'm going to work with this person, I need to know that I'm going to make the right choices and decisions to help make their life better in whatever capacity it is that I am able to do as I do. And what happened was just this massive pushback, this challenging, this position where even though I know what I'm doing, it was, how do I phrase this best? When I tried to explain concepts or teachings, and this was in the business part of what I do, I was attacked. Not literally, not physically, but verbally and emotionally. And I have a hard, fast rule in my life. I've shared this with you guys before. You are not allowed to yell at me ever. And this was a high-paying client. The number one rule in my life is you're not allowed to yell at me. And in return, I'm not going to yell at you ever. It's going to do. That's not how I like to interact with people. Why? Because kindness is my value. So after the first time I said, hey, you know what? You're not allowed to yell at me. I will never yell at you. Please be cognizant of that. Do not do it again. I put my foot down. I stood up for myself because, guys, this is what you have to do. Because if you don't, then people will continue to step on you. It's funny because people always say to me, well, sometimes I feel like a doormat. You're only a doormat if you let people step on you. If you hold true to your values, to your morals, to who it is that you are around your integrity, no one can ever step on you, because that'll lead you to a place where you make a decision to remove that person from your life in whatever capacity they exist. So I have the conversation. I say what I have to say. Not that long up the road, that happens again. And immediately, I removed this client from my business. I said, I will not work with you. I will never work with you again. You're not allowed to talk to me like that. You're not allowed to belittle me. You're not allowed to demean me. You're not allowed to say any of the things that you just said. Then you can have all of your money back, because I don't give a shit. It is not worth it to me to sacrifice my integrity, my sanity, my peace of mind, my value, my self-worth for money. And I want you guys to hear this. I want you to understand this. Don't ever sacrifice yourself to satiate somebody's desire to make you feel bad about who you are. Don't ever sacrifice yourself, your choices, your decisions, who it is that you are. Don't ever do that, because the moment that you do, you're taking away from yourself. You're putting yourself in this position where your back is against the wall, and where slowly over time, that same behavior pattern that you allowed is going to continue to manifest itself in other areas of your life. And suddenly you're spiraling out of control, looking at your life saying, I don't have any control. I'm a doormat. People are walking all over me. I don't know how to show up for myself. I don't know how to put up boundaries. I don't know how to hold up to what it is that I believe that I am. And this happens all of the time. Like, I'm all about giving people chances. I'm all about this idea of forgiveness when earned. I'm all about the fact that I know people are going to make mistakes. But there's a fine line in relations, in conflict, in managing expectations of being in connection with each other, in which people are just being abusive. And that can be in your career, that can be in your business, that can be in your relationship, that could be in your family, that could be the guy on the bus, right? It can be literally anybody. And they're going to push you, and they're going to test you, and they're going to see what you're made of, so that they can find out the scope in which they're able to, and I don't want to say narcissistic, because like a lot of people say that, but to take your agency, to be the person in control of you, because they have done or said things that you have allowed to happen. And so when I was like, okay, episode 100, I'm going to have this compilation, we're going to have all these guests. And then this happened to me the other day. I knew I had to have this conversation with you today. And here's why. Because you cannot let people take advantage of you. You have to put your foot down. We know inherently in our lives what is right and what is wrong as predetermined by us. Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? Michael here. I just wanted to take a moment and invite you to the Think Unbroken community coaching sessions. We start these sessions at the beginning of every month, and we take a deep dive into the baseline and frameworks of what it means to get out of the vortex and become the hero of your own story through community, connection, commitment, and education. You can learn more about this at healtraumacoach.com, where you can fill out an application and sign up for a trauma healing call with me or my team to see if the Think Unbroken community coaching sessions is right for you. That's at healtraumacoach.com. We start at the beginning of every month. I cannot wait to see you there. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm not the right fit for you, we will help you find the person that can help you on your journey. Now, you notice here, I did not say that I was measuring my values against your values or anyone else's. The only thing I'm ever thinking about is what are the decisions I'm making for me in alignment with who it is that I am. And that means that when people cross that border and they start to overstep their boundary with me, it's not always hard. In fact, like I'm not always like, okay, bye forever. Like, I don't think it works that way. I think that you can ruin a lot of things in that capacity. I have been guilty of doing that in the past, but instead I like to make an evaluation. Did I do what I needed to do in that moment to stand up for myself? If the answer is yes, and it happens again, then it's cut and dry. There's no questions asked. I'm going to remove that person from my life. Why? Because my well-being is way more important than appeasing someone else's desire to be an ass, right? And it's true because people are just rude. Some people are mean. Some people are uncouth. Some people are very crass. I understand. Like, I get it. Everybody has, but this is a respect. You have to understand this. This is a respect issue. If someone's demeaning you, telling you you're not worth it, devaluing you, that is a respect issue. And I think about it like this, and I've used this analogy before, but I want to use it again because this is happening in your life right now. Somewhere in your life, you are allowing someone to disrespect you, to take advantage of you, to hurt you, physically, mentally, somewhere along the lines. And then I come to this, and I've used this. If every walked in a door, and when you walked in that door, in the face, and you that it you who decided to walk through that door, how many times would you walk through the door before you stopped? And that's an easy analogy to wrap your head around. It's visual. Think about it. You're walking through the door, but you had to open the door. You walk through it. And that happens again and again and again. And at some point, this is a process that you are literally just torturing yourself. You have caused self-inflicted punishment. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for anyone. So what do you do about it? I've talked about boundaries a lot on this show, but the thing that I don't know that I've gone deep in that I'm trying to convey now is the responsibility you have to stand up for yourself, to say no, to say you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me like that. I'm going to cancel the contract. I'm going to leave the relationship. I'm going to quit the job. I'm going to leave the house. I'm going to thing because someone is operating of the value system and the moral and the things that you've put in place like a human being, because you deserve it like a human being. And here's the truth about it. Don't tell people that stepping on you. It's now, I understand that a big portion of this is like stepping into that place where you can have the conversation is A, it's lying, and B, we've often not had agency in our life. And so making decisions for ourselves is honestly one of the scariest to do. Not reinforced in this place of confidence in the choices that. But my friend, I'm going to tell you this: the only way in the choices that you make is to make choices and to again and again and again and just self. Because on a long enough timeline, what is going to happen is it won't even anymore. The first time it happens to it, when it happens, you will make a change. This person moved from working with me was a customer of money into my company, money that was going to take care of not only my employees, but my systems, the things I got to pay for, that it takes to do what I do. Not willing to sacrifice my integrity for that. Never, under any fucking circumstance, will I ever sacrifice my integrity, because I'm trying to build it. I spent too long trying to get this place where I understood who I am. And there are people in your life who want to take that. You have to say no. I'm not going to allow it. I don't care who you are. I don't care your position. I don't care what you have ledged over me. I'm going to allow that. Standing up for yourself is one of the most difficult things that we do in this journey, because and you're coming from trauma, standing up for yourself turns into violence, shame, ridicule, judgment, right? And we learn to shut down. We learn to be small. We hide ourselves. Why? Because it feels safe. My friend, you're not a child anymore. And the truth is, the experiences that happened to you, they have informed who you are today. But you have a choice and a decision to make as you move forward in your life, to think of you are the only person in control of what you, nobody else. Say in your, you have to put your foot down. You have to up for yourself. If you have to do what it takes, which is all thing to take your life back, to be in control of your future, to hold true to your boundaries, you have to do it. I can't do it. This is why I coach them all the time, whether it's in business or it's in trauma or it's in whatever that people ask me for their help. I always say this first. I'm not going to change your life. I'm going to simply show you can. And so think about this. I want you to really carry this with you. Don't let people on you. Don't let them step on you. Don't let them stand on you. Don't let them over you. People must respect you. They must respect you. And they're not going to until you tell them to. Then you're going to remove them. Nothing on earth more important than you standing up for yourself. So I got fired, my friends. Unbroken Nation got fired up to, it's episode number 100. And I wanted to bring some real value. I wanted to have this conversation with you so that you can understand a lot of the things that are happening that I talk to you about on this show, that our guests talk about, that I coach about, speak about. These are the same thing I'm doing in my own life. I practice what I preach every fucking day, because I believe that the number that we have to do in our life is put ourselves first to create massive change in the world. I've sat and I thought about, what do I want this show to be? What does it look like? How do I want people to feel it and exist with it? And the truth is, I want you to have ownership. This is your show. I created this so that you can come and find tools that you can implement into your life. The way that this works is you implement them into your life immediately. In the next 100 episodes and the next 1,000 episodes, what is coming down the pike is a lot of really beautiful content. I've had so many experts come on this show that we have recorded, that we are scheduling, that are coming out. I've got topics and things I've never gone into as a coach, and as I share more of my story, I'm going to share more of my victories. I'm going to share more feats with you, right? I'm looking towards, in time, my hope is by the end of this year, to have a daily show for you to listen to that's quick like this, where it's your drive to work, or it's your lunch break, or you're at the gym. And so I do this show for you, and I want you to know that I'm always here for you. If you ever reach out to me, there's a topic you want to discuss, reach out. I'm on every social media platform. I respond to every. It's me. It's not my team. I do all the social media here, right? You can email me at Michael@Think Unbroken Podcast. Anything you want to talk about. And I want to know what you think about the show. I want 100 episodes to look like. I'm just getting started over here on Broken Nation, and I'm super excited about the future, not only me, but for you and for everyone. Because that mission, my goal in life, is to end generational in my lifetime. And my friends, together We can make this happen. So, my friend, on the ground, stand up for yourself. It's fucking doormat. And please do me a favor. Episode, and you can't wait for the next 100. Please go to iTunes and leave the show. If you're listening on iTunes right now, all you have to do is go down to the little review, hit the 5, hit fucking 1 star. If you hate the show, I don't care. Just leave a message, because I read them and they are a beautiful reminder of why I invest so much time into this. So, as usual, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. And until next time, my friend, be unbroken. I'll see you. Unbroken Nation, hope that you just got a tremendous amount of value from today's episode. I want to know what you think. Please do me a favor and review, rate, and share the episode with 3 friends on social media today. It would mean the world if you did, because ultimately at the end of the day, creating community and connection is how we heal generational trauma in the world. And I need your help to do that, Unbroken Nation. So if you're on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you are, please like, comment, share, review. I want to know not only what you like about the show, but how I can make the show better, how I can make this further about helping you on your healing journey. So do me a favor, and when you do, shoot me a screenshot of you making the review to my DM at Michael Unbroken on Instagram, so that I can have a conversation with you, say hi, and more importantly, so I can share it with the Unbroken Nation. Thank you so much, my friend.